Hey guys, it's Fred coming back with another YouTube video for you. With it being Father's Day, we are going to be doing ribs because my father-in-law really likes ribs done. So we are going to be smoking them on the smoker today. So I would appreciate if you would follow along while we are doing the ribs. Everything and that. So if you are having any, even if you have any questions with any of the videos that I've been putting up or anything like that, you can, always feel free to drop a comment or whatever, and I will answer them to my best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, I will try to find it for you, because I do a lot of research on stuff, and if you have any new stuff you would like for me to try, I am willing to do anything, like try new things. If you guys want to see something or you want to try something to make it and you're not exactly sure how to do it, or you don't feel comfortable doing it, just let me know. I will attempt it, anything once that goes with, baking, smoking, whatever it may be. Just let me know and I will answer all of your questions, and I will make whatever you guys suggest. Because I would like to start taking suggestions from my viewers, just so I can start putting out more content of what you guys would like to watch and stuff. So with that being said, follow along as we do our ribs for the day. Alright guys, follow along with me while I get my smoker set up and ready to go here. That is what we are going to be using for today. Sorry about the wind noise. And this is what I am going to be using today, the hickory ones. This much sound gotta go good with what we're making. And just kind of take a little handful here and fill your fire pot up. Fill the popper up here. Now this hopper should last me this entire smoke today, because it don't go through a whole lot. Okay, now we'll just wait for it to start. We will go from there then. And I'll go in and show you what I'm going to do with the meat today. We are going to be making boneless spare ribs. So I will show you what I am going to do with that. I will be using my homemade rub that I have, that I created myself. I will post a link to that, or the recipe for that down at the bottom of the comment, in the description, so you have it. It takes a little bit to get it started, but once they get going, it'll do really well. And I'll bring you along every so often when I come out to check it and show you what the process is looking like and how it's looking as it's going along. Now this is a crucial step, guys. You want to keep the lid open until the smoke clears from it, because if not, you can have it'll like explode explode because of all the gases that build up inside of it. So once all the smoke clears, then you're good to close the lid and let it build temperature, guys. Okay. Bring you a little around this way so you can see what's happening down inside there. Alright, I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, guys, but the smoke is starting to come out of it, so it did start to light, and it will produce a lot of smoke when it first lights and turns on. So, and that's quite okay. It's how the smokers are. So, there it goes, guys. Now, once that all clears up and the smoke kind of dissipates, then we can close the lid and let her build up the pressure up to the temperature, and we will be smoking at 225 today, guys. And it should take right around 4 to 5 hours for the ribs that I have and stuff. So, like I said, I will bring you along as I go and check on them, spritz them, and then right before the 30 to 45 minute mark on the cooking, guys, that's when we will take them in and put the barbecue sauce on them and stuff, so the barbecue sauce can caramelize really nice and make it look really good. The first initial couple of hours, guys, is just to set the smoke in it and to get a nice bark on it. Like I said there, guys, outside we're getting the smoker ready. We're going to do ribs today for Father's Day. These are really nice looking ribs. I got them from a local grocery store here around my area called Roof Garden Market, and the meat wasn't too bad. What we're going to do is just pat the meat dry with a paper towel. If I can get my fingers to work right here. So I'm going to do this a little differently today, guys, and I am binding my seasoning with yellow mustard. I haven't did this to try it, and so yous are coming along with something new that I am trying today to see how it works. All the videos and different forums I follow along with and kind of look at says that the mustard will kind of cook out of it and you won't have the flavor of the mustard in the meat. So I'm going to try it, and I am just going to season it with my own homemade seasoning that I make myself, that I will post a link or the recipe in the comment or in the description of it for it, guys, so you can have the recipe for it as well. You just want to get a nice generous coating and then just kind of pat it a little bit to get it into the meat. You never want to rub it because then you won't get an even distributed amount. I'm just gonna do this until I get all my ribs done and ready to be put into the smoker. Now, after you do, like the one guy that I seen yesterday said that you have to it's best to leave this sit for like 5-10 minutes at room temperature so the seasoning can kind of marry in with the meat and soak into it for a little while, and then we will put it on the smoker and start smoking it. And I always, when I work with meat, I always wear gloves, just because you don't want no cross-contamination or anything like that. So it's just best to wear gloves when you're working with meat. That, and you're not getting the sliminess of the meat all over your fingers and stuff, so.
Is there a reason why you season each of them individually and not just put mustard on all the ribs and then do the seasoning on all of them together?
Well, as my camera person asked a really good question, the only reason I do this and everything like individually is so you can get each piece of meat coated at a pretty much all the same amount. If you do all of them at one time, I feel like you are missing sides or missing pieces that you might not get because it's all into the pan and stuff. I mean, a lot of people probably would do and put it together and do the whole, like, do everything at once. But I personally just I like to do one at a time, just so I know I have the proper coating for the seasoning, and each one has a generous amount of seasoning on it. Yeah, want to get a nice, generous amount of seasoning on there, so it. Now I will rinse my pan out after I'm done today before I put it in the smoker, so the stuff in the bottom don't burn. And just transfer them to a different pan, and then I will. So I have room in this one to just keep going. Now I am going to be cooking these in Coca-Cola today, guys. To kinda see how that goes. Because I haven't tried that yet. So I am going to see if that gives it a better flavor for ribs, because some of the people that I watch on YouTube and follow and kind of different smoking forums that I'm on has done it with the Coke. And that's what they look like after they get the seasoning put on them. There we go.
Do you keep them in a single layer, or can you put them like a double layer? Or
No, they have to be a single layer in order to get the smokiness and a nice bark on them.
when you say about bark on the outside of it, what are you meaning?
That is just like a nice, from the seasoning, it will get kind of like a crunchiness to it, almost like you deep fried it. But
Like
it's
a crust.
Yeah, it's a crust that forms like as it's on the smoker, and a lot of the fat guys on these will render off. That's why I'm not really cutting any of the fat off of it, because 90% of it will come off in the smoker. So that's why I'm kind of just letting it on for now. And if it don't, then I will cut some of it off as I go with the thing. I do go through a lot of gloves when I'm doing meat, because I like to change it out every so often, just so I don't keep getting uckiness all over everything. There's some more room here. Squeezing, guys. I don't know if I'm going to make all of these today. I may split it up and do a couple and keep some for another day. Again, we're just patting them dry, so the seasoning, once you put the binder on, it has a place to kind of just soak in a little bit. And they say too that if you put a binder on, it kind of holds the moisture in the meat, and it keeps it more moist as it's cooking and doing the goodness on the smoker. Out that as I'm doing it, that can help somebody else that is just starting out doing this. Because when I first started out, all I did was sit and watch a lot of YouTube videos to learn what I need to do and how to do it and everything. So if I can watch the YouTube videos to learn, I hope you will find my videos of smoking and stuff here informational. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I mean, that is what I'm here for, is to get and give people the help doing this that they need, and just to have fun doing it. And we're learning together. Now you can use whatever mustard you want, or you can use olive oil, or kind of whatever you feel you want to use to make for a binder. A lot of times I don't use anything. I just throw it right on the meat and let it go. This is the first time I'm trying a binder for my meat, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. I mean, I'm willing to try new things like this, and who knows, it might turn out better than what I'm expecting it to, and I might start doing this all the time then with my meats and stuff. I'm not sure how many I need to make for today.
But this is the same idea you usually use too when you're doing like a pork loin or,
Yeah.
you know, anything like that as well.
True. Which I will be making some of those sometime here again, I'm sure, and when I do, I will bring you along and kind of show you my technique and what I do with them and how I make my pulled pork.
If you have any requests of him to make certain things, just let him know in the comments too.
Yes, I will try anything once, guys, to make. So if you have any requests that you want, just drop a comment, an email. My email I will put in for that you can contact me in the bottom in the description and stuff. The email is youtuber050391@gmail.com, but I will put a link in that in the description today. I haven't done that yet, but if you are continuing to follow along with me, then you will be able to get it no matter what. Even though I didn't put it in the first couple videos, I forgot about it until just now. So I will start adding that so you can contact me if you have any questions and you don't want to ask them on the comments. And, you know, guys, there is no stupid question. No matter how you think, if you think there is a stupid question, there's not. I've asked a lot of stupid questions in my lifetime to find out that there is no real stupid question to ask. So, I mean, if you have questions, do not be afraid to ask. And if I don't know the answer to it, I will research the answer until I find it. I do a lot of research with stuff, guys, so. And this is the first time of me using foil pans. I had a nice big roasting pan that I used for the longest time, but the coating came out of it and it started to start to rust. So I threw it away because I didn't want to use it anymore and stuff, because I didn't trust using it with it having all that rust all the time that I had to try to get off. So this is why I am using the foil pans today. Gloves. These came from Walmart. So, if you're looking for a set of gloves, all you gotta do is just type in the nitro powder-free gloves, because, you know, they have to be powder-free since you are working with meat and food and stuff. It's best to get the powder-free ones. Now, they do make food-grade ones of these, too, but I started using these, and I think they're just as good as what a lot of the restaurants use, because I noticed they all pretty much use the same kind of gloves and stuff. They just get them from a food supply store just because they can get more of a discount on them and stuff. But as long as they're the powder free gloves, that's all that matters. Just smother it on there, all the sides. I got to make more seasoning. Now they won't stay in that, all of them in that pan. I'm just putting them in there so I have room to put my seasoning on them. I would just dip these, but you don't want a real thick layer of it. You just want a nice little thin coating on the outside of them to help bind your seasoning to it. Alright, I put some Coke in the bottom of my one pan here, and now I am layering the ribs in the pan. I will put a little more Coke in it just to kind of help give it a little more of a thing to help just cook it a little longer or a little more. And here. Alright, that one is full. I can get another one in there maybe. Okay, now we will work on the other pan here. As soon as I get it over to me. So we did 21 ribs. Okay guys, I got them on the smoker now, so as soon as I when I come out to check on them, I'll bring you along. Okay guys, we are at the 2-hour mark, and I'm going to just check on these to see what they look like, and bring you along to show you. Oh, they're starting to look really nice, guys, aren't they? Yeah, they're looking really good. They're smelling good too. So, a couple more hours and I will bring you back yet again to show you the finished results. I just now put the barbecue sauce on the ribs. They are about ready to come off. I just checked the temperature on them, and they are roughly around 170 to 180. So when they hit 195 to 200, then it's ready. They'll be ready to come off. And I will come back at you when they are ready to be taken off the smoker. With the ribs, guys, I am making grilled asparagus with onions and bacon. So I will show you what all this stuff looks like when it's done, and we are making au gratin potatoes as well to go with everything. I will take some pictures and some thumbnails and post what everything looks like when we are ready to eat. This is what it looks like coming out of the smoker, and they are completely done. So I will let you know what they taste like. Okay guys, this is what it looks like after it came out and everything, and it is very good. It got on the spicier side more than I thought it would, but hey, that's okay too. If you like spice, then you will like these. And the potatoes, they look really nice too. They turned out really well. My wife did an awesome job on the potatoes. So I will show you more stuff as I go along. Okay guys, that concludes our video for today. We made ribs on the smoker, and they turned out really well. I think. I mean, they did get the recipe the rubs that I used. I did make it a little spicier than I wanted to, but with that being said, you can always alter the recipe that I have to go for your liking. I wanted to do a more of a sweet and savory type of thing, like, you know, where it was more sweet and then heat, but it was all heat and really no sweet to it. But everybody liked it. They ate it with no problem. My wife's grandma, she ate one or two, and she usually don't like anything spicy or anything, but she ate, I think, like 2 of them, and she really liked it. And so I got a lot of good feedback from them and stuff. They all got 8, you know, and stuff. So I do have another pack, like 3 more packs I got out of that for 3 different meals. So when I make them again, I'm going to be making them differently. So I will post a video of the different ways I will do the that I will do the ribs and stuff. I know sometimes seeing the same videos are a little monotonous with stuff, but I like to do things differently each time I do it. So with that being said, I will do another probably 1 or 2 more rib videos of doing it with different ways, like marinating it overnight to see how that does and stuff. Now sometimes if I have it in the cupboard, I don't always have stuff on hand, but sometimes I will use, like, you know, a alcohol base to soak my ribs and cook them in. So, like, you know, sometimes I'll do either, like, if I'm doing like a sweeter cinnamon type thing, I'll use some Fireball whiskey, or I'll do like Wild Turkey, or, you know, just something along that line. Or if I want to do more like a Jim Beam barbecue sauce, I will do, if I have Jim Beam bourbon or whiskey in a cupboard here, I will use some of that, but I don't always have stuff like that on hand, because we don't really drink that much and stuff around here. So, but with that being said, you don't really, and the nice thing about using the whiskeys, all the alcohol will cook out and there will be no alcohol content left. You just get the flavoring of it. So it is safe for kids, because I've done it numerous times like that. You know, you don't really taste the alcohol taste. You get like the flavor, the sweetness of it if it's a sweeter whiskey, or, you know, it just gives it a better flavor, and it makes it a little more juicier and everything. But you don't get the alcohol content, because the BAC, which is not the BAC, but whatever the alcohol content is considered, will cook out as you cook with it and stuff. So it is safe to use. You know, you won't get drunk off of the food or anything like that, because the alcohol will cook out, and you are just left with the flavor and pretty much the coloring, because it will give it a nice little caramel color to it. So, alright, with that little tidbit of information, I will be closing out this video. So I hope you would follow along, you know, like it, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All the subscribers I get is really helpful and stuff, you know, and every time I look at my YouTube channel and I see, you know, I had 1 new subscriber, or I have another new you know, like another person watched the videos and stuff, it gives me a really nice boost of confidence, because I do get discouraged with myself at times when I feel like, you know, I'm doing this and, you know, I didn't think anybody would actually watch my videos, but I am getting a lot more views than what I thought I would, and I'm already up to 6 subscribers, and I've only had the channel active for 28 days, and I have 3 videos. This will be the 4th video now that we will have up. So with that all being said, I want to just wish you all a happy Father's Day, and have a blessed day.